My attitude is shitty. My message to the censorship committee, who's the biggest gang of niggas in the city? The critics or the cops, the courts and the crooks don't look shook, confused. Take a closer look. Welcome to the Rebel League. I'm your host, Daniel with Channel Zero, reporting live from King Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom. Read the writing on the wall. First thing I want to talk about is this piece by the Daily Beast called, it's headlined, 50 Spies Say ISIS Intelligence Was Cooked. So I think this is another one of those examples of the type of stories that really don't get a lot of play, especially today. Like, there's so much stuff going on in the world, and like I don't like to be like conspiracy with the media all the time, because a lot of time the media is driven by what the public wants, and what, especially with new technology, that definitely has a role in like what the media chooses to put out there for people, and for to make more money. The more eyes on something, the more money that comes in, because the more advertisers want to advertise on that specific platform. But yeah, with all the technology that we have today, it makes it easy to find that. So I don't like to get too much into the whole conspiracies with the media. However, I will say the media has been spending a lot of time talking about Donald Trump and really stuff that's just like, that's really not going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things. There's so much going on right now. It's being called a revolt by intelligence pros who are paid to give their honest assessment of the ISIS war, but are instead seeing their reports turned into happy talk. So first off, who uses the terminology happy talk? That's kind of, it's just weird. This, of course, reminds not just me, but it reminds, as this article talks about, and I'll put a link in the description, it talks about the Iraq invasion of 2003, and how a lot of these generals, a lot of these leaders within the military got the same sort of false information. In this case, they're saying the same thing is happening. So that's definitely something that we should be paying attention to. We can say right now that ISIS is a threat to the United States, to the world. So they go on to say more than 50 intelligence analysts working out of the U.S. military Central Command have formally complained that the reports on ISIS and al-Qaeda's branch in Syria were being inappropriately altered by senior officials. What's coming out of this is that the Obama administration is trying to push, their agenda. And what they're trying to say is that ISIS is slowing down. If you look at all the stuff that's happening right now, especially with the massive refugee, the influx of refugees that are coming into Europe, like Hungary and Germany, and that are supposed to come into America, I mean, you can make the argument that ISIS is winning. I mean, look at how many people they're displacing in Syria. Part of that is the Syrian president and his role in it. But this is some serious stuff. I can't tell you how many beheading videos I've seen of ISIS. It's almost like I can basically point to one every single day, or a bunch of them every single day. They're taking over major cities in Iraq, like Fallujah. This is full scale. The whole world is coming after ISIS right now. So, and I don't see any visible indications that we're actually winning. Another thing I want to get into really quick is like where your information comes from. Out of all people who would bring this up, it was Mike Huckabee. Goofy ass motherfucker Mike Huckabee brought this up, and I think that just goes to the point that it doesn't matter where you get your information from. You should pay attention to it. If it's something that's true, shouldn't matter if it comes from a crazy person or a person in a suit and tie. This also goes to show, the last point is that, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, in 2003, based on September 11th, in 2003, we had the Republicans who took us into a war in Iraq based off really bad intelligence. We have the same case happening right now, and you have officials who were in 2003 talking about how there's bad intelligence, or they allege that there's bad intelligence coming from the top down. I think that's something that we should pay attention to. So close that out. Pay attention, do your own research. Don't listen to me. Always research anything. But like, the media is definitely whoring itself out. The public is whoring itself out. So the public can't get mad at the media, because This is what the public wants to hear. So pay attention, do your research, really find out what's going on. I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. I'm out.